Hi guys, Terry here. We are on the letter Z for my A to Z Craftroom organization tips. So for Z, I decided to do Zig. That was the word that I thought of. And I actually did some research because I really didn't know what Zig came from. So Zig is owned by a Japanese company. They are a company that's been around since for 100 years. But in 1996, they started getting into the scrapbooking world. They had always been an ink and pen company. Matter of fact, the Zig comes from zigzag being a motion that you make when you are drawing and painting and coloring. So the Zig comes from zigzag. And their system's called Zig Memory System. They created it in 1996. And I also didn't realize that the two-way glue, I had always heard it was called two-way glue. I guess I really didn't pay attention much to what that was, but when it's blue, it's sticky and you can glue stuff down with it. But if you let it dry, if you put it on something such as a Cricut mat, let's say your Cricut mat has lost its sticky, certainly washing the mat will help get the residue off of it. Washing it just in the sink with some Dawn liquid soap and scraping off the paper fibers, that'll help it get sticky, and then just let it dry naturally. Let it air dry. But also Zig makes it's a really fat glue dispenser just like this one. They come like this, the glue's inside here, and when you pump this, the glue comes down into here and you'll see this turn blue, but they make a really wide one, and that wide one you can use on your Cricut mat and then let that glue just air dry. It'll turn clear and then it'll be tacky to the touch just like your mat was in the beginning. So that's why they call it two-way, because you can use it immediately to make something stick, or you can let it air dry and just have it be a little tacky residue like a Post-it note. So that's their glue. I keep my glue stored in the drawer with my other adhesives, so I have it close at hand. Zig also makes markers. Now these are Stampin' Up, but the markers that Zig makes, they've got a couple different kinds, but they have a dual tip on them so that there's a brush end and a pen end. These, like I said, these are Stampin' Up, but this is kind of just an example of what the Zig markers are like. They're very vivid in color. They're water-based, so you can add water to them to watercolor with them, but you don't have to use water. So a lot of artists use them in their work. The other thing that they make is Wink of Stella. So I didn't realize this, but Wink of Stella is made by Zig Memory System. And Wink of Stella is so that you can add glitter. So there's glue and glitter inside this pen, and it's like a brush tip, and it lets you paint on glitter. So after you've made some artwork, then you can put this on and it'll just have a little shimmer and shine to it. And I think this comes in 20 or so different colors. So I'll have links to these products on my website. But yeah, I did not realize that Wink of Stella was from Zig. So hopefully this gives you some background information on Zig. Oh, I was going to mention too, these I just keep, my Zigs, I keep just in a cup on my desk. The markers, I have this in a stand from scrapbook.com. But yeah, and I think markers are supposed to be stored on their side. I don't. I like the look of this. I think it's pretty, but ideally you do have your markers stored in your craft room on their side, mainly so that both ends have the ink distributed. But I hope this helps. I hope you've enjoyed the series. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and I will be coming up with some other, I have a multitude of other videos. I like to do card making, tips about making scrapbook layouts, a lot about organization. I also have a t-shirt quilt that I'm about to make. So just always working on the next craft and showing you guys some tips along the way. So thanks everyone.